Stadium in Miami for the season-opening kickoff classic on EA Sports. It's the home state Florida Gators taking on the Longhorns from the University of Texas. It is time for the kickoff on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50.
A big return to start the game, so now the defense almost has to treat this like a sudden change of possession. They've got to go out on the field and be aware that that offense, they may come at them in a big way.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Longhorns come up first and 10. They'll give to Martin here out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on. First down
at the 12-yard line.
From the gun, Kearney, and he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Longhorns have taken the early lead. Well, Coach O'Brien, he could not have asked for a better start for this offense, getting a score on their opening possession, and I guess maybe that justifies the call he made with which quarterback to start.
I'm just wondering, from everything we heard this offseason, what do you think, partner? Did he flip a coin about who would start at quarterback, or did he really evaluate them in the preseason? But look, that first drive, first career start against a big-time opponent, packed stadium, noise coming from everywhere. How about how he handled this? Took the team right downfield, put 6 on the board, and how about the stadium? Job to lose.
And he's upended at us.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he stopped immediately there.
DeMarcus Jennings, the ball carrier.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Off the play fake. Kearney. On the crossing route, complete. That's Fuller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. Throwing on first down. Kearney, he's going to rifle one. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Operating from the gun, Kearney toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Flush to his right. That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Longhorns add on to that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as your
last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
So now after the 5-yard line, as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Jennings. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Now Ellington. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. From the shotgun, here's White. And that's caught by Beasley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
41-yard line.
On the ground, Ellington. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14. Gators nothing.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Here's Ellington. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. It's off at the 25. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw on third down, Kearney. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. I'll tell you what, a pretty special performance for his first ever start, now with 3 touchdown passes.
Well, that's not a bad number to get things going, is it? Because, let's face it, we had our attention on him come involved in a rotation system.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
First down.
Picked off around the 40. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown. That's now his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And boy, this has been quite a performance for the junior, as we remind you, getting his first ever college start.
And this has really been an amazing story, because ordinarily, when a junior's making his first start, he's had a few reps along the way prior to, but in this case, the number is 0. So this is almost off the charts. They were watching him make his first start as a junior, and already he's thrown 4 touchdown passes in this game. This is absolutely amazing.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 24, White incomplete.
White's pass intended for number 3.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
To throw is White. To throw on 3rd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, Kearney. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run for it with Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just sit on. This one is their drive will start at the 25. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to us.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. This is Ellington. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
But these college offenses, Charles, so wide open. And there's an example right there that we just saw. Now, let me ask you, how does a college offense differ from an NFL offense, or does it?
Well, it still does, Brandon, because NFL offenses, while they're...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
The 1st down pass.
Not the best pass there, certainly, CD. Poorly timed, and that's the first mark against him here in this first start.
And probably the only person rooting for this team that's somewhat happy about it, and happy's the wrong word, but he's wondering if he'll get his chance, and that's Tommy Matthews, because they've been in an intense competition coming into this game to see who would be the starter. After a mistake like that, I'm sure Mr. Matthews is eager to grab his helmet and give it a go himself.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Out out of the gun. It's White. And that's caught by Smith. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Gators now with a 1st and 10.
Gators nothing.
The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
We got 3 down.
The play fake, now White. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be...
There goes Green. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
Touchdown number 5 for the junior quarterback, and that certainly makes Coach O'Brien's job at the postgame press conference a lot easier.
And you're right, it certainly made Coach O'Brien's press conference awfully easy. But how about the conversation he's now going to have with Tommy Matthews? Because all indications we had from talking with Coach during the preseason, he told them both that they were going to get their chance. But now that this guy's throwing 5 touchdown passes, now he has to go back to Tommy Matthews and kind of shrug his shoulders and say, I know what I intended to do. I know what we talked about. But he's got the hot hand. We're going to have to go with it.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
31.
On first down, Kearney. He'll rifle this one. Deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
It's second down and 10.
Off play action. Kearney. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And they're going to speed things up here.
Down. Third and long.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Off the play fake. Kearney. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now White. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And that will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Operating from the gun, Kearney. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Kearney. Throw left side complete. That's Martin. This will be stopped about 2. To throw on second down. Kearney eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun. White. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
116, boys. Single.
Throwing again. White. Smith catches left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's White. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20,
nothing less,
10,
baby. Nothing less.
And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on 2nd down. White, that's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun, White, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Florida's punter is out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
1st and 10.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
A run here with Pierce. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. Today's final score, Longhorns 63, Gators nothing.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster, and boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his 2-quarterback system is matchup based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got 2 quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Oh, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
This whole thing again. Are you dumb? I didn't take anything from you. Your body took it from you. Look, Tommy, I'm sorry.
No. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Well, this college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups. It's the Texas Longhorns taking on the Miami Hurricanes. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. They will let him throw here on the very first play. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Kearney. Here, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, Kearney. Walker with a grab, left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Walker.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Kearney. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move. And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Longhorns have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Woods, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to the ground, this time Langford. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here's Daniel. Under pressure, and down goes Daniel. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now it's Martin. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Kearney. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Well, as a coach, this is what keeps you up at night in the days leading up to this semifinal. You worry about the turnovers, and that's his first INT.
You're supposed to dwell on the positive, but you're exactly right. We don't know a coach out there that doesn't worry about what can go wrong. And this really shouldn't be a surprise. We knew they'd throw the kitchen sink at him defensively. Pressure, a lot of disguises and coverages. He's got a lot to wade through in this game.
On 2nd and 7, Daniel. They go screenplay to Langford.
Nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First 8 yards on the pick up there, and it moves the sticks.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Yeah, he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
41. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Daniel on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for his tight end.
The Miami punter out on the field as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
That sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hurricanes, nothing.
Throwing on 1st down. Kearney. Traffic there, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Kearney. He's going to air it out deep for Green. That is caught for the Longhorns touchdown. Big play there. 54 yards. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
score.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Langford. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Daniel. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Forced out. To his left. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play. Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Woods, and they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniel. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. From 6 yards away. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Longhorns 14.
So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. I imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Off play action. Kearney. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown. Lester Holiday, 54 yards. And the Longhorns add on to that lead.
For the point after.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun snap for Daniel. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Daniel steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Daniel. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Then incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They are going for it. It's Daniel. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Fans, they're saying Tommy who? They've got the big lead as we reach halftime.
Hurricane 7.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 27, Daniel. That is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd down, Daniel trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
That makes the score. Longhorns 28, Hurricanes 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked up just shy of midfield. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams.
And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown.
35, Hurricane 7.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmaker.
Under pressure, and down goes Daniel.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Daniel, they'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. From the gun, Daniel. His throw incomplete.
Intended for number 80.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Daniel. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it
misses the target, incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been. But there's no question, he's been the star of the show. But while we say that, let's make sure we remember the rest of the team, the supporting guys, because otherwise we'll have a lot of mamas upset with if we don't mention them. And they play awfully well in addition.
And up to the 35 before we're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
5-yard line.
On first and 10, Kearney. And, he took that thing one-handed. He will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
What a game that he has had throwing the football. Now 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. Tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. Not a bad spot. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Here are the Longhorns now on first and goal. They'll run. Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
To throw again on second down. Daniel. Now he'll escape to his left. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right, with this deficit. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
The offense on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Daniel on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Daniel's pass to the sideline.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniel. And that is incomplete here.
Intended for his wideout.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsau? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
That's 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. This is really something for a guy who's been rotated in and out of this offense. Heck, the last 2 games being his only back-to-back starts, he has come through with 5 touchdown strikes in this semifinal. And still, you got to think there's going to be talk about Tommy Matthews. So get ready for all those sports radio debates all the way until kickoff of the national championship game. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Daniel. Flushed out right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. The Miami punter out on the field as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Kearney, they set up the screen to Martin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The Longhorns come up 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Pierce. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So on the strength of 5 touchdown passes from their junior quarterback, the Texas Longhorns are moving on to play for a national title.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. That wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks.
Who rained on your parade, Little Miss Sunshine? I am not in the mood for this right now.
Just because you're not playing, I take it.
Like I haven't had a bad enough day already? Now I have to deal with you?
I know you're upset. But that dude Tommy's your brother. And brothers should always have each other's backs. And wipe that sourpuss look off your face. It's game time.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the Texas Longhorns.
You okay, son? Yeah, Coach, I just...
Tommy. You all right, Tommy? We need some help over here. Hurry!
You got my back, right?
Of course. Always.
Then go out there and finish this thing.
One shot. That's all any of us ever really gets. I waited my whole life for my one shot at being a head coach. And here I am. This is your one shot to go out there and show the world who you are. Are you the guy who's going to lead this team to victory? Or are you going to be remembered as the guy who got caught up in the moment and let it all slip away? I know you're worried about Tommy. Sure, we all are. But this is your one moment. Now get after it, son. Get some.
The pressure perhaps getting to this young Longhorn quarterback. They trail at the break. Who's going to celebrate as national champions? 2 quarters to find out as we get set for the final half of the college football season. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offense.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there. 45 yards. On first down, Kearney. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's fun. His return to this ball game is doubtful. Lucky for Coach O'Brien, his team's got a pretty good alternative. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Kearney. And he fires one incomplete.
Incomplete.
Boy, Charles, a pretty unique opportunity here for this young quarterback. We know that he's had plenty of opportunities under center, won every start, but this is different. You're coming in cold off the bench for the second half.
And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Longhorns have the lead.
Well, after the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first 2 quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he hadn't shown a preference for either quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. He's a fighter, and he does have plenty of upside. We know that he can lead. You and I sitting with him this week, didn't you just see a guy who could step into any locker room and control the presence of his teammates?
I just remember when we left that room, you said 2 things to me. I think this kid's going to be poised under pressure, and to me, he's a natural leader, and I concur with both of those statements.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, guys. I'm not sure if y'all know, but
out is the Oklahoma offense.
It doesn't matter what you do. I mean, you know, win the game, win the championship game, but it really doesn't matter what you do. They're still going to start timing. And then in the season, this gives you a chance to change your position, and I think they're because last time, or the last 2 times I beat it, not beat it, but you know, to see the story, I went to the NFL after the championship game, but I think I'm going to stay, change my position this time. Like I said, I'm trying to do things different this time.
The play fake, now Young.
Win this game, and then
his throw's going to be
change my position. I might try halfback.
Intended for number 8.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10.
That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure
or do they play coverage on this down?
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
How much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. Really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Run some guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Kearney. That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown. Jeremiah Young there to make the grab. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. Well, since he's come into the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're just they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks and we like them both.
I love the way you just said that.
Get back out now. Might put it back in later.
I think we've got a new one. They feel like they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and the offense should respond no matter who's on the field.
Exactly. The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Oklahoma, such a proud football tradition, seeking their 8th national title. They were winners 3 times way back in the 50s, back-to-back champs in the 70s, and then added titles in 85 and in the year 2000, but they haven't won it since. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
4-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chandler. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
19-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And 8.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Chandler. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
3rd and 3.
Young off the bootleg. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
First and 10.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin first and 10. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. Operating from the gun, Kearney escaping the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
3-yard line.
From the gun, Kearney. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. Remember, Charles, with Tommy Matthews under center, they weren't able to get the ball into the end zone. They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half. And this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's the 3rd touchdown in this second half.
Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped in there on you there, partner, but you're exactly right. I was thinking the same thing you were. On fire. 3rd touchdown in the second half. He's taken his offense and squarely put it on his back, and he is actually carrying them, and would they believe, to the national championship podium.
Well, time will tell if they will be on that podium and hoisting that trophy. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well. And
it's a fumble. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Kearney. Got him in on the right sideline. It's Fuller. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
To try again after the sack. Young, he's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out. Young to throw on 4th. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Now Thomas. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run with Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Young working out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
Young's pass intended for
another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll try and wind some clock down with Martin. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Room here to run. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's good.
And what a big-time play there.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
On first down, it's Pierce. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll run. This is Pierce. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they changed quarterbacks at half and did not miss a beat. Here they are, your national champions. And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change at quarterback as thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the national champions.
Well, Tommy's injury certainly was a setback. But the bond that these two kids have is really strong. And although only one of the Heartbreak kids was out there in the second half, Tommy's spirit was with him, and I believe.
You hear from Mr. Matthews?
The hoodie gave it away.
He's stable. But we're only allowing family to go back right now.
That's great, because he's my brother.
I'm proud of what he's accomplished this season.
I think there's only one individual on everybody's mind tonight. This one's for my brother, Tommy Matthews. You think that's something? You should see it in person.
Oh, man. That's so cool. Thanks so much for coming and bringing this.
You kidding me? I wouldn't miss this for anything. Coach and the guys sent their best. They waited as long as they could, but no one knew when you might wake up, so they had to catch their flights back. I told Coach I wasn't about to split up the Heartbreak Kids, so I stayed behind. Made sure you're all right.
Hey, why does my player look like that? What in the world?
Glad you're here.
Hey, they did leave me the trophy.
Like a ghost.
Wanted to make sure you had it when you woke up.
That's the first time I've seen that. What?
How you feeling, buddy?
It's just a glitch.
Like a sack of crap.
It's crazy.
That's funny, because that's exactly what I was going to say you look like.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and make it win the championship. Together.
Next year? Let's just focus on getting you healthy. One day at a time, right?
Yeah. Doc said I shouldn't overdo it.
She say what caused all this?
Yeah. Something about the stress from my filthy roommate leaving his dishes lying around the apartment. She said if it weren't for that, I'd be the pinnacle of health.
Please.
Hey, seriously. You gotta start cleaning up after yourself. It's ridiculous.
Really? Right now? Is that him? He's an hour early. Coach.
Don't look too disappointed.
No. I was just expecting Tommy. Come in. Care for a cupcake?
No, thanks.
So, you here for the party?
No. Give me a minute. Okay, Coach. Actually, I'm here to talk to you about next season.
Yeah, sure. Talk away.
It was something you said at the start of the season earlier. It really stuck with me. It's
something good, I hope?
Well, it was something you said about treat your men like your beloved sons, and they'll follow you into the deepest valley. And that really got me. It got me thinking about the way I treat you boys, and I wasn't being fair to you, and Tommy, for that matter, for the team.
Wow, Coach, I really appreciate that.
So yeah,
All that being said, I
I go straight to the NFL every time.
I figured the best way that we could do that would be
that is disrespectful, boy. Asking you to change the position. But yeah, I go to the NFL every time. But this time around, I'm going to change positions just so I can stay for my senior year.
But
let's see how this works out.
How could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even going to be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's going to be right as rain.
I just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision.
I don't think Tommy was the better decision.
I stand firmly behind it because, frankly,
Tommy's
a better fit for the offense.
He was just probably a favorite off the field. But obviously on the field, you know, obviously I was better.
What does this mean for me?
I think it had more to do with things off the field and stuff like that. Yeah, I think he was just like the favorite with his teammates and stuff like that. The camaraderie was better with Tommy
the draft,
versus, you know,
did last year. I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the third round.
Because
realistically,
he does seem like he, you know,
late round selection.
My character, he seems like he's a very chill, quiet person, not very outgoing, not very extroverted. So he's probably not really liked amongst his peers. And I'm guessing the coach probably asked the peers, like, hey, you know, who do you want to start? They probably chose Tommy. Tommy's probably, you know, more outgoing off
the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism.
I think it's more about
talent is a true
like I said, camaraderie.
And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your heartbreak kids thing going back again.
All right, let's do
Heartbreak kids.
Let's do running back.
Well, Tommy's already tried recruiting me to come back so we can win the title together.
Does that mean you're in?
Plus, he did switch positions once, and you see how well that worked out for him. I guess I could try it too.
The Heartbreak Kids are back, baby.
Was he eavesdropping?
I like that guy.
It wasn't an easy decision at the time, but I don't regret it for a second. Of course, everyone's first thought was, where am I gonna play?
Now, I know I was trying to be an asshole, but I mean, you know, like I said, this is for me. This is not really for Tommy. Let's see. Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, or Christian McCaffrey? That's a good question. Oof, I don't know. That is a good question. Let's do Saquon. I like Saquon. Catch anything, make them miss. Let's make them miss. Almost like Barry Sanders, huh?
Felt good, telling everyone I was sticking around and Tommy and I were gonna play together. The next question was, did it actually work out?
Pretty drastic turn of events for Coach O'Brien's program. I mean, the defensive pantry has been pretty much left dry with most of that elite unit having bolted for the NFL. But today, Coach O'Brien revealed a new strategy, and I think it's kind of brilliant. Get both Heartbreak Kids on the field at the same time. I mean, it's really a brilliant move. Here's the deal. You got to get all of your talented players on the field at once. Certainly if they're going to rely on the offense for a change to be the strength of this team if they're planning on making another run at it.
All right, Dan, show me what you got. Let's go. might be in for a long season.
Gotta say, I was surprised with the way you guys played that season, and especially considering you switched positions. Plus, Coach O'Brien really came into his own, leading you guys to the verge of the playoff.
Well, no doubt the best college game this Saturday is here in Miami Gardens, Florida. The place, Hard Rock Stadium, as two of the top 5 teams in the nation will face off. It's the Texas Longhorns taking on the Miami Hurricanes. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain of 12 yards that time. Well, CD, just taking a step back for a moment, looking at this matchup. This is one you and I and really the entire nation has had circled on the calendar.
Yes.
When you get an early season matchup like this with two of the best teams, a packed house, it's really going to be something.
I agree with that totally. I circled mine in Sharpie. I don't know about you. I'm pretty sure it wasn't pencil, right? We couldn't wait for this one. The atmosphere, intense. But think about the run-up to this game. And I think a lot of times, teams that shy away from playing these types of games, they miss the benefits of their preseason. You roll into this one, the entire offseason, your team is looking at this game, focused on it, and sometimes you get more work out of your guys. And best part about this one of these two teams has a chance to win back-to-back national championships.
Yeah, so they certainly have a target on their back. They are the team that everybody is eyeing to take down, and it starts here in this one. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Hard to believe, Charles, that it was just this time last year that he was the one handing the ball off. Now he's running the football, and it's his high school teammate Tommy Matthews handing it to him.
Yeah, it says a lot about the dedication to the team, doesn't it? Because you know he wanted to stay at quarterback and compete for the job. But once Coach Red O'Brien made the decision that Tommy Matthews was going to be his guy, and remember, just a year ago, what were we hearing? Red, you can't win with 2 quarterbacks. You can't do it that way. Well, he's made a decision, a firm decision for his team, and now he's putting them both on the field at the same time, hoping for great results.
And CD, I'd also say this, in an era where there are so many transfers, especially at the quarterback position, hats off to him for finding a new spot at running back and wanting to work with Tommy Matthews.
Yeah, no doubt about it for him. It's the team, the team, the team.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. Well, from our vantage point up here in the booth, and look, we have the luxury of kind of seeing the entire play from a bird's eye view, but his knowledge of blocking schemes seems pretty impressive.
Oh, I would agree with that totally, and I think it's similar to wide receivers that flip over to become defensive backs. Okay, you know what receivers are going to do because you used to do it that way. Well, as a former quarterback, he can see the entire play, the entire blocking pattern, and understand what it looks like before the ball's even snapped. And I think that's to his benefit, and of course it's benefiting.
And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Longhorns have taken the early lead.
Well, for a kid that started his career as a quarterback, he's certainly showing a lot of conviction carrying the football.
Yeah, he is running with some power, and I think he's running some frustration out of his system, don't you think, partner? Because you know he wants to still be a quarterback. But Coach Red O'Brien made the switch. He has gone along with it. I think he just wants to show that he can contribute and contribute in a big way. And the way he's running the football, there's no doubt about it. They've made the right choice.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
So I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Langford. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Formation for Miami.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Martin, the return. Dances by him. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
At their own 40-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down.
Texas.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, here we go.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Longhorns add on to that lead.
The kicker on.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for.